All right, everybody out there in the Craft Chest Nation, as I Craft Chest here, and here is the Black Desert Online how to get started with this game video that I said I was going to make, and I've been working on this for a couple of hours now. I'm actually supposed to be streaming right now, but I'm working on this game, and here it is, 12 after 7, because I just can't get this video down below 30 minutes. But I'm going to do another attempt at doing so, so let's jump right into showing you the game. First of all, I have my Valkyrie set up for AFK fishing because that's what she does whenever she's idle, either that or making beer or pet food or whatever else it does. Have her making passive income. So there you go. Let's jump over here into the web browser and have a look at the actual buy and try page on Black Desert Online. Now, there's a few different options that you have. Where is this right here? Let me take this picture off so you can actually see all of that. All right. You can try for free, buy it to own it, or if you do some research, now here's something that you can do. Go to Reddit and do the research on this. Those of you who are Reddit experts can find this. You will actually have people willing to give you a copy of the game because they get some in-game perks on the side for giving you a copy of the game. They'll get these items here, and this is what they actually want, which is a gift package and a special title, so long as you reach level 30 for receiving the copy of the game. All right, so they give you multiple different ways to actually try the game, plus anybody who has purchased the game gets 10 guest passes to share with people, and you can save these for any time. It doesn't just have to be for people that you know. I still have some of these left myself. So they actually give you the 7-day free trial, and if you so choose to buy the game, it starts off at $10 or $9.99, $29.99 for the Traveler's Pack, and $49.99 for the Explorer's Pack. If you feel like you really love the game after the free trial and you have the money to do so, I would highly recommend that you get the Explorer's Package for a couple of items that you get with the game, but they're not 100% necessary. Keep this in mind. You don't have to spend a dime to have fun in Black Desert Online and to be profitable in the game. You will just have to change up your play style, which is okay, especially for people out there that are not comfortable with playing in large groups. If you don't like playing in a guild, and say that you're one of those people who like to do life skills such as fishing and cooking and alchemy and horse training and gathering and what's another one, crafting, etc., etc. There are way more options than just grinding mobs to get ahead in the game. And then at a later time, if you so choose to go grind mobs and you want to step up, then you can do so and spend a little bit of money on the game. And at that point you feel like you want to, then you love the game enough to support it. It's no different than any other game out there that has pay for convenience items. And if you really want to talk about games to where you waste your money on cosmetics, just throwing money at a company because you love them, let's look at Grinding Gear Games concept. Nothing at all in their cash shop gives you any type of functionality other than organization for tabs, and you get pets in that game, but they don't do anything. You just buy a pet that follows you around and looks cute. Whereas in Black Desert Online, if you buy pets, they actually have functions to them. Big gigantic difference, but similarities as far as both having cash shops. Let's have a couple of look at a couple of items in the Explorer's Pack, because in my opinion this is going to save you a lot of money down the road, especially if you've decided that it's the game for you for the long term. All right, it gives you 2 30-day value packs. Now I'm going to touch on value packs a little later, but I'm just going to read over these right now. It gives you 2 30-day value packs, 10 Elion blessings, and what those are is instant resurrects on the spot for your character if you get killed by a mob or in PvP. It gives you 2 extra character slots. I will touch on this a little later because anytime they have new characters that come out, or I'll touch on it right now, usually they give you a character slot for a new character for that particular one that they're releasing. Usually. They may have changed that, but usually they do. You'll get 16 expansion slots for your character. That's just for one character, though. That's not across the board, so use this wisely. It gives you a tier 5 horse and a tier 3 horse. Not really a big gigantic deal, seeing that you can actually capture and train horses in game. The horse flute. Now this is the reason why I personally went with this particular package. It's one of the 3 items that I deemed to be the best value for my particular play style. The horse flute allows you to call a horse rather than 50 meters away, up to 300 meters away from your character. So like if you put your horse in a safe spot up on a ridge line and you're down in the wood line farming mobs and you don't feel like running back to it, or maybe you got heavy and you're moving super slow, you can use this horse flute to actually whistle for your horse and it will come to you, all right, at a greater distance. This normally in the cash shop costs you pretty good bit. I think it's a $15 item if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's a $15 item for the permanent horse flute. Keep in mind, once again, all of these are character based. It's not across the board, so choose which character you actually redeem these on your main character once you decide what that's going to be. That's why try it first for free for 7 days and play some characters and delete them if you run out of character slots. Okay, try them. You don't like that? Oh, I don't like the wizard. Let me get rid of that. You don't like the ranger? Oh, I don't like that. Let me get rid of that. You like the mystic? Oh, okay, mystic, man. I think that's my character. And you go and you do that. And there's 15 different characters, soon to be more than that, in the game. So there's plenty of characters for you to choose in this game. And I think that's why a lot of people don't understand it, is because there are so many characters. There is so much to do in this game. But I don't want to digress on that. So you get this permanent and a 7-day, mind you. So you can use one on another character if you want to level one up and use it on a different character. You get a 7-day and the permanent. These right here, these life clothes, you can actually make those in game. Okay, and I'll show you briefly that in game when we get back in there. You get 5 housing furnitures. That's really more so vanity than anything. They do have functions to them as well, but they're not detrimental to you being progressed in the game. You don't have to have them. There's some people that say that it affects other people, but really, I don't know what they're talking about. I've never heard anybody harp on, oh, you got to have 50 different items in your house or you're a pleb. I've never heard anybody say that. And lastly, and most importantly, this is something that I will not deny at all, is that if you are a grinder, if you are a mob grinder and you're just out in the field and you're doing it for levels and you're doing it for silver, pets are important. Okay? I will admit that wholeheartedly. Not going to argue that fact. To be most efficient in the game, yes, you have to have 5 pets. I personally rocked 1 pet for a long time. You don't have to have them. If you solo grind, which I do a lot of, primarily, that's all I do is solo grind, 1 pet's fine. You just move a little slower. And I'm playing a slower character as my main right now, which is a Valkyrie, and I do okay. Between spamming the letter R, because, you know, I think a lot of people forget that the letter R is there. You can actually pick up items yourself off the ground when you kill a mob. Just hit R. Just spam R. That's all you got to do, baby. Spam R. You ain't got to have a pet. But to be most efficient in the game, it is good to have at least 3 up to 5. 5 being the most efficient. And I can't argue that fact. That right there is something that you're going to need. So the pet, the horse flute, and the value packs are probably the most important ones out of this pack, because it's permanent, 60 days, and a pet that you get for $50. If you added up all this together, cash shop wise, you're looking at about 100. I think we added it up one time, and it was like, give or take, depending on the market price right now, because I didn't do the math on it, give or take a couple of dollars, it was like $135 worth of in-game cash shop items for $49.99. Plus, you could take $10 out of that for the actual purchase of the game, all right, because it's free to try. buy to play. So subtract that $10 out of that, and this is actually $39 worth of in-game items, all right, that you're going to get with a value of $135. I think that's a pretty damn good deal in my opinion. All right, gift pack down here. You can read over that on this main page if I haven't covered it already. You can actually get a free copy of the game. Just do the research on Reddit, and you can actually have somebody give you a copy of the game. And people want to do this because they want this gift pack and title. All right, that's a prestigious thing to have in the game. So people are willing to actually give you a base copy, the $9.99 copy of the game, to get that title. All right, now let's touch on a few things in game, such as the value pack and the horse flute and the pets. All right, so I'm going to splice this in here because for whatever reason, after reviewing the video, I was about to talk about the pets in the game, and for some reason, I was about to do the math on it, and the pets just went poof out of the brain, and we went straight into value packs. All right, so that's what you're going to see spliced in. It may look a little bit out of place, but I did the best I could to make it look like it makes sense. So let's get back to the video. Stand by. You can offset the XP bonus that the value pack gives you because the value pack only gives you a 10% XP bonus across the board. Okay, that's it, 10%. Ooh, ah. The most important perks that you get from this, perk item is 16 slot expansion on your person and in your banks in the main towns. And what I mean by that is if we hit the M here and go to Calpheon, that's all of these expansion slots. It pluses them plus 16 slots. Now you don't have to spend a dime on that if you don't want to. All you got to do is build up your contribution points in the game. You get these by doing daily quests. You get these by doing side quests that give you contribution points, and you can cherry pick them. Just hit the letter O and find out what the quest rewards are for particular quests. Like, let's look at this quest right here. This actually is another thing we're going to touch on in just a moment, is inventory expansion. Okay, you can actually not have to get that out of the value pack either. All right, here we go. Contribution XP. So here's one right here. This gives me 5 XP and some energy, okay? That's going to be experience towards my energy points and my contribution points. The more of these that you do, the more contribution you're going to build. Once you get up to 400 contribution points, the XP for contribution is going to go way down. You can get by in the game with less than 200 contribution. Now, you're going to have people out there that boast that they have 240, 280, 300. And there are some people out there that do have max contribution. Attaboy. I am so proud for you because that is hard to do. But me, personally, right now, even as many as I feel like I've done, I only have 159 contribution points. And once you get these are currencies that you spend to buy houses and to connect nodes. The node management is a completely different video, and I'm sure people out there have done their due share of videos on that. But we're talking about value packs right now. We're talking about cash shop items. So what I want to do is show you that if you have contribution points built up, and it really doesn't cost you that much, you can buy storage in the town that you're in with contribution points. Usually it goes 3, 2, 2. So this one right here would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So wait a minute. Am I right? 4, 7, 3. Yeah, that's right. So for 7 contribution max for a 8 slot expansion in your bank, I think that's a pretty good investment. So for 14 contribution points, you can offset that 16 slot expansion that you get from the value pack. So that's not a necessity of it. All right. The other thing that a lot of people look at is the 30% bonus that you get from the marketplace sales. What that does basically is offset the taxes that you pay for listing items on the marketplace. A lot of people don't really pay attention to that if they're not too much worried about having the value pack. but to some people it's very important because they want to rack up that silver as fast as they can so that they can repair their gear. The other thing that's kind of important is your weight limit, but once again, you can actually obtain weight limit increases in the game through strength training. Mine is actually kind of low right now at level 32, and it took a couple of 2 or 3 days to do this, maybe a little bit more, but mine's up to 44. You can go higher than this, but that's probably about right where she needs to be for a good grind session, hour, 2 hours, and then take a break and go back to town and sell stuff. It's all about inventory management and about using the in-game mechanics to offset when you don't have this value pack. And I've done it plenty. Trust me, I have rolled without a value pack and played the game just fine. It's just I am going to have to be disciplined enough to go do these inventory slots. See, this one gives me 2 for this particular quest. I need to go find out what quest that is and actually do that. All right, but that's how you get expansion slots on your person, and that's how you get expansion slots on in your bank in the town that you're in, and that's how you get the strength from the value pack. The other ones are actually cosmetic. Merv's palette is cosmetic. The beauty salon is cosmetic. And what is this right here? I don't understand the node investment thing, the 10 energy node investment. Never really have. If I have run across that, I haven't paid attention to it. All right. So I'm not even going to cover that because I have no knowledge of what that is. If anybody knows what that is, put it in the comments. All right. So that's basically the value pack in a nutshell. All right. So you can do in-game things to offset that value pack. And once you get 16 slots, which they're calling, let's see what they exactly, inventory plus 2 expansion. Once you get 16 of these to offset that, hey, GG. Once you get enough contribution to offset the 16 slots, GG. And then once you actually do your strength training to offset the 100 weight limit, that's pretty much what that value pack is worth. All right? And if you really want to throw it in there, the 30% bonus to offset the taxes for listing items in the marketplace would be the fourth thing that's really detrimental if you want to be negative about it as far as the value pack. All right, so it's really by choice that you do it. Instead of playing the game, you're paying for convenience. It's convenient because it's right now. The rest of it is actually having to do the quest and get the contribution and do the work. And that's where people misunderstand. Pay to win? No. Pay for convenience, baby, because it's built into the game. All right, you can't say that. All right, other items that have been looked at as far as pay to win is concerned, and this is what we're going to cover next, is going to be Artisan Memories. All right, Artisan Memories, I will not deny, are awesome items. The reason why they're awesome items is rather than repairing a piece of gear for 1, you'll repair it for 4 times the value of the repair. Now, here's something that is a little known fact or shared fact with a lot of people because they don't understand the mechanics of the game. You don't have to have this item to actually repair items in the game. So say I'm plussing my gear and it goes down in durability. I can use, like, say this Roser sword right here. It's a Tri-Roser sword. Okay? Say the durability on it is 80. I can take a regular Roser sword out of the marketplace, and let me give you the example of what I'm talking about. Right here, long sword, let's find a regular Roser. Here's a regular green Roser, just a run-of-the-mill, everyday Roser sword. I can take this Roser sword, which cost me all of 37,100 silver. Ooh, flipping, ah, my God, what am I going to do? It's 37,000 silver. I find that with fishing. I've made 37,000 fishing while making this video. I can promise you. Yeah, as a matter of fact, let's have a look. If I found, during this video session, making this video, I have found 1 million silver just in these 2 ancient relics by fishing. All right, so it's not like you have to have the Artisan Memory. All right, now once you find the item to repair your gear, let's go back over here to this. Even if this, I think this repairs 10% durability, if I'm not mistaken, for 1 sword. So even at 10% durability on regular items up to tri-level. All right, now it gets a little trickier once you get Tet and Pin. We're not going to touch on that. We're just going to talk about my tri-gear right now. But once this gets to a tri-level, it's going to be 4 swords to fix it from 80%, I think it is. All right, now if I had an Artisan Memory, it would only take me 1 of these swords. That's the difference. There's the convenience part of it. It's just how much you want to spend on the game. If you don't want to spend a dime, learn the mechanics of it. You use this beat up sword to repair this sword right here for 37,000 per repair durability. All right, there's this other thing in the game called memory fragments. Let's see if we can find a memory fragment. Memory, let's do this. Memory fragments in game, whenever people list them, are 750,000 each. Memory fragments are also obtained through events. They will give them to you on attendance calendars. As you see right here, today I actually got one. I'm actually going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 memory fragments all the way to the end of the week. All right, now you can get these also for I think you get them, yeah, here we go. You get for returning players that have taken a break, you'll get some there. All right, so they actually give you these, and these repair 1 durability for items all the way up to tri-level, I think. All right, Artisan Memories will 4 times that, once again, paying for the convenience part of it, but it's not an absolute necessity. People just talk about them a lot because it's the most efficient thing that you can do, but not necessary. Okay? The other thing that you can actually do, and here's a novel idea, is grind the silver out, let somebody else do the work, and then actually find the item that you want, save up the silver to get it. Say I want this Trilaverto sword right here. Say I wanted to swap out from the Roser to a Trilaverto. I can actually save up 264 million silver and buy this Trilaverto off of this person that actually got it to that level without spending a dime out of pocket. Let somebody else do the work. There are people that actually pride themselves on making these items and putting them in the marketplace here. All of this is in-game currency. There is nothing in this marketplace less the Pearl Shop listing, which is very rare to even see anything in here. All right, it's not uncommon, but it's rare to see anything listed in here in the Pearl Shop item. People do it, and I really don't understand why it's a thing, because you have to spend a lot of money, quite honestly, to even pay to win through this function right here. I don't know why people do it. I don't know why, but it is a small thing. It's a thing, but it's a very small thing. All right, and I'll actually leave this page up to see if anything lists while I'm talking about the rest of this. The only other item that I can see that would be useful from the cash shop would be the pets. All right, and like I said earlier, the pets are something that I cannot deny. Actually, let's go look at the pets. All right, the pets, usually across the board, sometimes they'll run a special on them, or 1,100 pearl, or $11 per pet. All right, if you buy 5 of them outright, it's going to be 5,500 pearl. All right, so for a $60 pearl pack, you can get these. Cat's making noises back here. Anyway, for a $60 pearl pack, you can actually get those. Because the $30 pack, see, that's how they get you. See, if you want to talk about anything that's a get you, is that they don't have a $40 or $50 pearl pack. It's the only thing that's a get you. So when you get the $60 pearl pack, you'll have enough to get your 5 pets and have leftover currency. The most efficient pack, if you have it, and if you're gonna go this far, you might as well go this far. The most efficient pack to get, pearl-wise, this is getting started in the game. This is if you want to spend money. All right, you've purchased the game, the base game, because I know we've made a big gigantic circle around the base game as compared to the cash shop. All right, but if you're going to go for the gusto, buy the base game for $9.99 and then get this $100 pearl pack, and that will actually offset. It won't be a better value, but it'll actually offset the Traveler's Pack, okay? And here's how to do it. You'll be able to get 5 pets for $5,500, and if you so choose to get it, you can get the value pack for 1,500 pearl. Okay, you'll have enough for that, and then you'll have enough for, say, an underwear, which right now are on sale for 350 pearl, down from 700, and possibly even if you hit this mix and match, you can mix and match and get costumes or outfits in the game that also have a function. Okay, it's not a new concept. You don't have to do this, though. I want everybody to understand. You have many, 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 many different options as far as getting ahead in the game, but if you're going to spend money on the game, the only thing that you have to spend money on, if there is even a have to, are going to be the pets. But if you're patient, you can actually go to the marketplace, and here's something that they started doing here recently, is listing, if I can find it, where are you at? Notifications for items listing. It'll pop up right down here in this corner saying such and such item has been listed in the marketplace. So say I wanted this desert fox right here. Desert fox notification active. All right, so whenever a desert fox comes up, it'll be put down there. Well, yeah, here's something that some people was talking about of these items here that have been listed in the cash shop. They actually give you these, okay? Let me show y'all something over here for just playing the game. All right, rewards. If you go down through here, there's this thing called loyalty points. You get 100 loyalty points per day. As a matter of fact, I always keep 100 in here just to have that highlighted, just because it's just a thing with me. So now I just collected 400 loyalty points and some lamp wool, which will actually recharge my lantern. All right, so you don't even have to spend money on that. They give you those out of here. But there's this thing in the cash shop called loyalty. All right, so let's find the loyalty. They put it way up here because they actually appreciate things that you do. All right, so let's have a look at this loyalty points place. These boosts that people talk about are actually able to be gotten in here. Here's 50% combat for 1 day. All right, costs you 1,000 loyalty points. That's 10 days worth of gameplay. By the time you're even worried about these, you're going to have well over 1,000 points. If you collect your points like me right now, you can't see it because of the toolbar, but it's right down there. I have 8,000 loyalty points right now built up. So I could technically buy 8 days worth of these XP boosts just by playing the game. Loyalty points are not a cash up item. They give you 100 loyalty points per day that you play the game. Okay? Plus, that's not to even mention all of the other items that are under the loyalty shop that are some of the most popular. Let's go to the Artisan Memory and talk about it for a moment. 4 days worth of gameplay will get you an Artisan Memory. All right? That's pretty damn good. Down here, you can get an Elion tier. 1 day worth of gameplay will get you an Instant Resurrect. All right? Another one, Energy Tonics. Here's one that's a very popular one with Life Skillers. All right? This one right here will restore 15 energy points for 100 loyalty points. Now, yeah, that's a little bit expensive, but whatever. You got Life XP scrolls that they give you for just playing the game. 300 loyalty points. So play the game for 3 days, collect these points, and say you want to, you're trying to get skill XP. You can get this skill XP that gives you a 10% boost. Also, too, keep in mind that these will offset the fact that you don't have a value pack if you so choose not to buy one. Okay? I'm just saying, there are offsets to what people are saying as far as pay to win is concerned. Pretty much is because you don't understand what the game or how the game actually works mechanic-wise. All right, Tier of Repentance. Here's one that is another popular item, which is plus 50 karma. This is for all the PKers out there that go blue, purple, or out of blue into purple and lose karma in the game. This is for all you pirates, basically, out there. And sometimes they'll even run specials like this anniversary thing. You can't see anything but the description, but there it is there. The second anniversary lollipop accessory that costs you a whole 2 loyalty points. And that is it has no function other than just being pretty. and they give it to you for 2 loyalty points, basically for free, because you get it for playing the game. And talking about other buffs that you can actually get out of here, here's one that people love, which is the Bell. Albeit it costs you 50 days worth of gameplay, which is 5,000 loyalty points, but it triggers 100% XP boost across the board, if I'm not mistaken. Combat will be increased by 100%, and that's actually your XP. What else does it do? I thought it did something else. When the Golden Bell is named, the character responsible will be displayed. So you get a little... People love saying, oh man, Craft Chest is awesome. Ring the bell. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. People love that bell ringing. But there you go. This is what people buy these with loyalty points. All right. And it gives you the boost. So all of these things that people talk about being cash shop items and pay to win. Think about all the ways that I just showed you to play the game, still have fun, and the only investment that you really have to make is, one, either buy the game or have it gifted to you, and then investing $60 to buy your pets. I think that's a pretty damn good deal, especially seeing that most AAA titles out there that come and go cost you $60. Prove me wrong. Most AAA titles out there these days, at a minimum, cost you $60. All right, so I think it's an investment that is well spent. It's not $400. It's not $1,000. It's not near as much. And me total, I did the math on this last night because Mr. Rogers said, so how many hundreds of dollars do you have invested? And I did the math on it, and I ended up, I think, telling him that I spent like $110 on the game, less the purchase of the Explorer Pack. And that's simply because I wanted vanity items. My Valkyrie Archer Guard outfit, that was my choice. The underwear that was on special for $350 Pearl right now, that was my choice. And a weapon skin. I've been looking at this weapon skin since the day it came out. My choice. You don't have to have these. As a matter of fact, they give you boost items like this that give you XP and skill boosts. All right, so you get this, and they gave some balloons last year. Shit, I got a balloon for every character. It's a balloon that's like a headpiece, and if you don't want to see it, like say I don't want to say it's the balloon, and it goes in that spot right there. If I don't want to see it, I just click that button right there, and it goes away. See, you don't even have to see it. Happy little button right here. It just makes it go away, just like that. See, like if it just looks derpy, you just make it go away. But I like the way it looks. All right, and they actually gave us these. All right, so I don't know. They give you way more than they ask for. Especially their calendars are pretty damn nifty as far as what they give you in game. These are your plus items. They give you usually 50 armor, 50 weapon, usually per month. They give you hards and sharps. These are ones that where you can take these items and make higher tier items. Your pry. Was it pry items? No, it's duo items and try items and up. You'll need hards and sharps to make more of those because you'll be making concentrated blackstones for weapons and armor. And just if you play the game, you actually get all this. Here's 3 more hards right here. 3 more sharps right here. Okay, just for playing the game, baby. Here's crones. Now you do, albeit, usually need about 39 of these to protect an item at tri level. But you can purchase these from the in-game blacksmith for, I think it's $1 million each. Okay. So just save you silver. 39 million silver. You can protect your item from breaking and being downgraded. Just play the game. I'm just saying. These are just some of the things that I'm noticing. I'm like, and that's why I watch these videos and I'm looking crazy like, wait a minute, that ain't right. All right. So bottom line is this. The pets, yeah, they're important if you're a grinder. Okay. They're not necessary, especially if you fall into the life skill category. So buy the game, get a free copy off of Reddit from somewhere. Just do the research on that. Buy your pets, and GG, baby, learn how to play the game. There's nothing other than the memory fragments that could be obtained, but people want to talk about memory fragments, this and that and the other, not knowing that you can actually repair your gear with the same piece of gear at a lower level for cheaper. It's just the mechanics of the game, baby. All right, so I hope that I didn't ramble too much with that video. I hope that I didn't pause and go too slow for a lot of people out there, and I hope that an hour later that you're still here and understand something. This just scratches the surface. If you're this deep in to this video, understand that this just scratches the surface of making the decision on actually buying and playing the game. It's free to try, buy to play, and there are mechanics built into the game to where you don't have to spend a dime. Plus, like I said, you can actually look around on Reddit and people will gift you a copy of the game for free, and you're not out of pocket, not one single penny. It's a craft of the mind. Go out there and have some fun. Woo! We'll see you on Twitch. We'll see you on YouTube.
Bye, bitch. Later.